Now you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with JediInsider.com, your #1 news source for everything Star Wars. And for today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at both the regular Star Wars, the Black Series 6-inch Rise of Skywalker Sith Trooper figure, as well as the Amazon exclusive carbonized version of the same figure. Now both of these come in window box style of packaging. The regular figure comes in the same style we see with all the Black Series figures. You've got the black box with the Black Series logo up at the top, the figure clearly displayed. Down below you've got the image and the name of the character. But with the Amazon exclusive carbonized one, you get this red foil box, which looks pretty cool. You still have the same Black Series logo there at the top. You have the carbonized graphenite name on there because this is part of a series of figures, and each figure is an exclusive to a different store. And again, the Sith Trooper here is exclusive to Amazon and is available now. And then down below, you've got the image and the name as well. On the sides of the packaging, you have the same thing. With the regular one, you have the red border. It tells us this is figure 92. Now, even though this carbonized one is technically a store exclusive, it does have a number on it, the same number as the regular figure. I guess they decided, since it's just a repaint, they'd go on and continue to give the same number. And then on the back of the packaging, you've got a brief bio. It's the same bio in both packages, and it's in multiple languages. All right, let's get these open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figures outside the packaging along with their contents. Now, the regular Sith Trooper comes with two different rifles, and both rifles are done with a black plastic, and then you've got this glossy red paint on it that matches the figure itself. You also have some metallic silver on the tip of this one and on the scope, and then again on the scope of this one. This one has some holes sculpted in there on the barrel. Both are kind of unique looking. They're not regular First Order Stormtrooper weapons, so that's cool. And then the carbonized version comes with the same rifle as the regular one, but you only get one of the two. You don't get both rifles with the carbonized version. And then the difference between these two is the red, like with the figure, is more of a metallic red. Now, the two figures are exactly the same. The only difference is you have the glossy kind of red on the regular figure, and then you have this metallic red on the carbonized version. So for the rest of this review, I'm actually going to focus on the carbonized one because I actually think it's the cooler of the two looking figures. But again, these two figures are exactly the same other than the red paint that they used on each one. Okay, now being I haven't actually seen the Rise of Skywalker movie yet, I don't really know much about these guys. They wear armor that's very similar looking to the regular First Order Stormtroopers, but it does vary a bit. And of course it's red, but I don't know if they have some kind of force powers or anything along those lines. The bio indicates that they tapped into the Sith energy or something. So again, I don't really know what makes these guys special. But I do think this guy looks cool. The regular version is cool, but I really like this metallic red on this carbonized Amazon exclusive version. This is probably my favorite of the carbonized figures that Hasbro has revealed. This is probably my favorite one. And again, I really like how the metallic red pops on the figure. Now, the armor does differ, even though it's very similar to a regular First Order Stormtrooper, and I will give you a comparison in a minute. It does differ. You've got a lot more in the way of like line work sculpted up here on the top of the helmet and like on the sides here on the shoulder pads. And just a lot of different minor sculpting detail between this armor and a regular First Order Stormtrooper armor. Now the helmets look pretty similar, other than the line work that's sculpted in there, but not, I guess, not 100%. Here is the regular First Order Stormtrooper, so you can see they do vary a bit. And same, you've got a lot more going on the chest plate here of the Sith Trooper than you do on the regular Stormtrooper. On the back here, you still have that symbol sculpted in, though part of the circle is only half black, and then you've got a little black dot on the Sith Trooper. I don't know if that has some kind of meaning or something. Both have the tube, so the tube on this one is a little bit thinner than on the First Order Stormtrooper, and it's done with red and black. Belts are very similar, but again, are different. The pouches are sculpted a little bit different. And then you do continue to have that area on the right leg, the little hole where you can plug in a blaster, and you've got some nice line work sculpted on the legs and everything. again. So, you know, again, very similar to a regular First Order Stormtrooper, but just a little more in the way of sculpting detail with this new version. So I think it's cool. And again, I really like the way the metallic red looks with this carbonized version. And then one other little detail I want to point out is here on the right shoulder. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Maybe a camera. That's what it strikes me as. This is a shoulder camera. Maybe so somebody can be watching all the time. But I just wanted to note that as a nice little added detail that is not incorporated with the regular First Order Stormtrooper. I should note, even though you don't get a little blaster like you do with the regular First Order Stormtrooper, you can actually clip the rifles into those holes on the right legs as well. So this rifle that comes with both the regular version and the carbonized version will clip in, and then the second rifle that also comes with the regular figure will clip in there as well. So you can store one of the weapons on the side leg like that if you want to. Okay, so this figure stands almost 6 inches exactly. Again, here's a comparison of the regular Sith Trooper, and being these two figures use the same mold, they are the exact same height. And then here's a comparison again with the regular First Order Stormtrooper, and the regular First Order Stormtrooper is maybe a hair taller than the Sith Trooper. Okay, so for articulation, you can turn the head to the left and to the right. He can only look down a little bit and really can't look back at all. You also don't get much in the way of head pivot with this one. With the arms, these shoulder pads are a separate piece and they're made with a rubber material. So you have to kind of lift up on them or they're going to bunch up, and they still kind of lift up when you do the arm out. And then you can rotate the arm with no problem. You do not have a bicep swivel. You only have a single hinged elbow like you do with the regular First Order Stormtrooper. So he can bend his elbow about that much, and then you also get the rotation there at the elbow. You have rotation with the hands. You have hinges, so you can do the hand down pretty good. You do have those little plates on the top of the hand though, so you really can't do the hand up very much. You've got a midsection joint, so you can rotate there. You can pivot to the left and the right. You can only crunch forward about that much though, and then basically can just look straight ahead, but really doesn't have any back movement. No waist swivel. With the legs, actually can do the splits pretty good with this one. You can get the leg up high good, and you can do the leg out and back. You've got a thigh swivel up high. You've got a double jointed knee, so good bending there at the knee. And then with the feet, you have hinges, so up and down movement, and you do have ankle pivot. And 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Okay, so that's my review. So overall I would say, you know, this is a pretty cool figure. Not a huge difference from the regular First Order Stormtrooper, other than a little more added sculpting detail to the armor. But again, very similar to the First Order Stormtrooper. It is done in red, and definitely if I had to choose between the regular version and the carbonized version, I would recommend going with the carbonized version. That metallic red looks really good on this figure. Now, both of these figures are available now. We'll have a full image gallery up at JediInsider.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. As always, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're so inclined, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And of course, you can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.